Jake Paul is a true legend on social media and is nowadays known primarily as a professional boxer with a clean sheet of 6 wins without any draws or losses in his still young career. And many of you are particularly curious about one thing. Does Jake Paul take any steroids, or is he actually natural? Stay tuned and you will find out. Because in this video, we will analyze if Jake Paul is taking gear or achieved a shredded body only with hard training and immaculate nutrition. First of all, Jake Paul has denied all allegations that he uses steroids. According to him, he is 100% natural. Good, because otherwise this video would end rather quickly. Let's first take a look at Jake Paul before his career as a professional boxer. Those days when he was still active full-time on YouTube. It's clear from his photos from back then that he definitely wasn't on steroids at that time. We can see that simply by looking at his body. And why should he? He still had a solid physique and earned his money primarily with comedy videos, vlogs, and pranks. So the need to be massive and increase his physical performance simply didn't exist back then. Of course, that's all different now, because as a professional boxer, Jake Paul now has an enormous interest in being as strong, fast, and enduring as possible. And indeed, already at his first professional boxing match in 2020, you can see that he was in much better shape than ever before. And also, currently you can see that he has developed significantly, especially since his YouTuber times and also since his first fight. Sure, he trains a lot more now than he used to, but does that really explain the crazy transformation of his physique that he has experienced in recent years? Many doubt it, among other things, because there is no drug testing before his boxing matches. And of course, Jake Paul knows that too, which is why he could take steroids without any problems and improve his chances of winning. Another indication that Jake Paul may be using steroids is that he has also refused all voluntary drug tests so far. Like at the end of 2021, when he was supposed to fight Tommy Fury, the younger half-brother of reigning heavyweight world champion Tyson Fury. Fury's father, however, demanded a drug test from Jake Paul, which he refused. Not something you would do if you had nothing to worry about either. And there was also a situation before his first fight against Tyron Woodley that suggests that Jake Paul is not natural. Woodley asked him directly if he would take steroids, to which Jake Paul replied rather hesitantly and visibly somewhat annoyed, "No, sir." It also didn't help that in the video he obviously has quite a bit of acne on his face, which is a known side effect of steroids. And also some martial arts experts are convinced that Jake Paul is actually taking gear. For example, the former coach of legendary MMA fighter George St. Pierre, Firas Zahabi, who was already convinced that Jake Paul was taking steroids before Paul's first fight against Woodley. And we can totally see why that is. After all, Jake Paul wants to win all his fights. Not surprisingly, he earns a lot of money with it. His last fight against Anderson Silva alone earned him approximately $5 million. And the more he wins, the more fights he gets against more famous opponents, which in turn makes him even more money. So for sure, he's doing everything he can to be as strong as possible, if necessary, even with steroids. We think that Jake Paul has been on steroids since the start of his professional boxing career. What exactly he takes? Difficult to guess. However, we are sure that he is definitely taking something. So, our verdict is clear. Jake Paul is not natty. That's it again.